Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, top of the day. Cheers and a hearty God bless you to you. My earring just fell off, so I'm welcoming you. It literally just fell off, so I'm trying to put my earring back on. Hopefully, it does not fall off while I'm trying to put it on. But welcome to this Monday, August 7th, 2023. Someone gave me these earrings. I thought they were so nice that I decided to put them on. They are a little bit heavy, but yeah, I wanted to wear them. But welcome to this live stream, Self-Care, Self-Love with Sharia, where we talk about all things self-care, self-love, and to do self-care is self-love. And today we will be talking about having a quote of the day. We'll be sharing self-care tip as well as a call of action and prayer. So if you're interested in any one or all of those things, please stay tuned. Also, I'll have the timestamps below if you're coming through on the replay, hashtag replay. And you could just click on the different timestamps to fast forward if you so choose. But welcome again. If you're coming through the replay, hashtag replay, let me know where you're watching from. Sound off. I always like to know where people are watching from, the geography of this all, and what the weather is like where you're at. Engage with the content in some way, comment, like, share. You can text this out to one of your friends who needs encouragement about self-care, self-love. Sound the alarm, if you will. Give a nod, a nudge regarding self-care, self-love. So yes, my name is Sharia. For those who don't know, I am a wife. I am a mother of 3 daughters, a grandmother to one very curious grandson, and a detox nurse by trade, where I help people medically detox off of various different substances. So I bring all those, and people like to say as well, I'm a pastor's wife. So I got married in 1989. My husband became a pastor in 2006. So all those years combined and all those experiences that I've talked about, I bring to you on this channel, to share as it relates to self-care, self-love, and how to take care of yourself. And in taking care of yourself, we really take care of one another. So that's what we're about. So let's keep going here. So I'm a little bit coming to you a little bit activated today, activated in a good way. I went to see the movie. Sound off in the comment section if you have seen this movie, Sound of Freedom. I don't know why this movie is not getting more. I don't know why this movie is not getting more traction. I'm not sure why Hollywood has been blocking this movie. Well, I can figure it out. If you've watched, first of all, if you watched the movie Sound of Freedom, hashtag in the comments and let me know what your thoughts are, where your mindset is. If you have not watched it, shame on you. I challenge you to watch this movie. I challenge you to take a friend with you and watch this movie. I challenge you to take a friend with you, watch this movie, and pray for a strategy what you can do to help. So, yes, and yes, yes. Just put that disclaimer out there. Yes. So we did the welcome, we did the intro. I got my cards. Our quote of the day comes from the movie. Guess what movie? Sound of Freedom. Okay, so this earring's gonna stay off, y'all. I guess that's a sign. But these, so just so you see them, they're very, very pretty earrings. That's making me feel special. But they are coming off, and I'm not gonna sit here with with one earring on, one earring off. So I'm gonna take them both off, cause so I won't have to keep feeling with them. But yes, the Sound of Freedom. This quote of the day, quote of the day comes from the movie Sound of Freedom. God's children are not for sale. There are many scenes and things that were said in this movie that activated me, but this one rang true. God's children are not for sale. They are not for sale, and not on my watch. Um, And unfortunately, according to the data, the United States of America, where I live, and if you're in the United States of America, this is probably touching you in some way. Whether it's somebody you know who's a victim or somebody you know who's a trafficker, you're already in it. You may not know it, but these folks are hiding in plain sight. They're right in plain sight from the mindset that says, "Oh, I don't want to listen to that. Oh, I don't want to see that. Oh, that's too deep. Oh, that's not affecting me." I promise you that it is a over $1 billion industry per year, and the United States is the largest consumer of this material. YouTube may strike me for saying it, but the United States of America is the largest consumer of trafficking type issues. Okay. So, self-care tips. As we're taking care of ourselves, doing our deep breathing exercises, as we're doing our neck rolls, as we are doing our shoulder rolls, as we are doing our walks and connecting with nature and our bird watching and our journaling and our what artsy things that we are doing to slow down in order to speed up and to center ourselves and to focus ourselves. I humbly submit to you that it's only to retool, recharge, re strategize so that you can move forward. And you can move forward with anointing, you can move forward with strategy. And so I want to connect you with someone. This is self-care tip. We can't go without having a self-care tip. I'm going to share my screen with you with a gentleman before we go any deeper to the Sound of Freedom. I want to share this gentleman with you. I have mentioned him before. Okay. And this is Good Living Now with Harold. He's right here on YouTube. You can type in Good Living Now with Harold and subscribe to his channel. But right now, I'm sorry that I missed it, but he's in the midst of, he started on the 4th, August 4th, a green juice challenge. Any type of juice you are looking for, this is the person to go to. He's also on Instagram, TikTok. I highly encourage you to follow him. And I would say for self-care tip is to green juice, detox your body. I'm so sad that I missed the 4-day challenge that started on the 4th. What I'm going to do is prep. He has, so here you see, he's talking about day 4, day 3, day 2, day 1. He's talking about batch juicing. There's one on here where he talks about, he has actual recipes. I don't see it. But if you go over on Instagram, he actually has the recipes listed as well as prep 2 week. No, I don't see it on here. His Instagram has it. But yes, as you can see, he has all kinds of recipes, popsicles, all kinds of things to just take care of yourself from the inside. I know we talk a lot about deep, like I said, deep breathing, praying, prayer walking, connecting with nature, and those things like that, which are all good. And like I said, this channel is dedicated to giving you as many tools and resources as you need to put in your toolkit to access at any time. So what I will do is after this live, I will post a link to the live, to the repeat, and I will have a picture of the recipes, as well as a picture to the steps he recommends to prepare for he says to prepare for 2 weeks. He talks about stop eating meat and to prepare your body and your mind and all those kind of things. to go on for the 5 days without and just detoxifying your body. And I can speak as a nurse, like gut health is so important. Our tummies, our guts are connected to so many ailments that we have, and eating right and eating healthy. And I hadn't been feeling good. What hope prompted this whole detox and everything is I hadn't been feeling good this weekend, and I like for the first time in a long time, I saw how what I was putting in my mouth, eating, directly affected my health and how I was feeling. And so I said, after I was eating those things and connected the dots to what it was, although it tastes very, very, very good, um, I was like, I'm not eating that no more. Long story short, I had the light bulb moment again, connecting to what I eat so far as how I'm feeling and self care and not feeling good, and having a ailment, tying it to gut. That all goes back to gut health. So it's very, very important that we detox, um, colon cleanse, whatever you want to call it, detoxify the body of the toxins and different things that are floating in there. So 5 days may be a little intimidating to you, but I strongly encourage you to, like I said, to follow him. He has short videos that get straight to the point, no fluff, all substance to help you and I get on the road to good living, good health, naturally, and start detoxing our bodies from substances that, hello there, hi. So we have Mr. H.O. Scale Locomotive Roster uh, here with us. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for being here. So again, so that's tying to the green juice, green detox in the body. The whole point is the self-care tip for today is to detox your body on some level, on some realm. Ask the Lord to pray for a strategy, what you need to detox from. Some of us, we need to detox from TV. Some of us, we need to detox from social media. Some of us, we physically need to detox our body from coffee. Some of us need to start, the Lord will give us a strategy on where to start, because we didn't get to this place overnight. It's going to take more than a day, a night, a weekend to move through these things, right? And so my face looks really, really shiny. I'm drinking water. What you guys drinking? What are you drinking to stay hydrated? Very, very important to stay hydrated. Keep the body flowing, flush out the toxins, keep things moving. Yes, and yes, and yes. Hopefully it's some water. My HO scale, how much water you drink today? And oftentimes when we think we're hungry, we're really thirsty. I think I've said that before. So that could be one thing we can do. One strategy is to drink water before we eat and being mindful of what we put in our bodies. Although it tastes, now this is a whole different topic, right? Although it tastes very good, it tastes very, very good. However, is it the best thing for us? Is it the most healthiest choice for us? My HO scale, you still there? You're not saying nothing. I'm surprised. All right. So yes, and yes, and yes. Talking about staying. Tip number 2 will be staying hydrated. Tip number 1 was to detox your body. Really, we should do it. And if you are under a doctor's care, please consult with your doctor. What is the best method for you to detox your body? Um, it's important to stay hydrated. You can drink regular water, infused water. You can infuse that with all different kinds of things. Being sensitive to being sensitive to your body, to your allergies, and what your body responds to and does not respond to. Okay. So that's self-care tip. And I pray that you receive that. I pray that you hear that. I know some of us are we like our food. We don't like people talking about our food.
We don't like people talking about our diet. We like to eat what we eat, and that's it. I get it. Trust me, I hear you, I understand. But like I said before, gut, everything has to go through your tummy. I don't care who you are, what your Oh, okay. A couple of 6-ounce water jugs and vitamin water. Okay, 6-ounce water bottles. Okay, so that 2 times 16 is 32. So you got a little ways to go, but you good though. You doing good, my HO scale. You doing good. Yes, and yes, and yes. Because a lot of times a lot of people think, oh, it's hot, so I need to drink. But also when we around the air conditioning, right? Because the air conditioning makes the air dry, right? And you breathing in that dry air. So the bottom line is the body needs hydration. It is mostly made up of water. And my challenge to you today is I might be issuing more than one challenge today. But my challenge so far as hydration, staying hydrated, is to make sure you drink plenty of water. Stay hydrated. The body is over 50% water. You need to drink water. Make it infused. If you're the person, I know people say, I don't like to drink water. I don't like to drink water. Okay, infuse it. Infuse it with what you like. So if you like watermelon, infuse it with watermelon. If you like oranges, infuse it with oranges. If you like strawberries, before you go to bed at night, put you a cup or a jug or bowl, whatever. Put you some strawberries in there, let it sit, and then drink it all day the next day. There's no reason why you cannot get the hydration. The nurse in me will not accept that. All in love, all in love. Okay. So the next is a call to action. So my call to action to you is around again the movie Sound of Freedom. I am 100% a person of prayer. And as I kind of said before, I'm going to show the trailer to this movie. I haven't wanted to see this movie, but as you know, I've been going through several things, and I have been going through several things. The loss of my cousin, and really focus on that. But I had been wanting to see this when it came out. I guess it was July 4th or whatever week. I had been wanting to see this and just had not seen it. And today I was feeling more myself, and because that's one of the things I do is go to the movies, go for walks, and all that kind of stuff. So I said, let me try to do this. So I'm going to share this with you.
How'd that make you feel? Giving a child his freedom. Felt good. You have been at this for 12 years. My country, 'tis of thee. Why are you doing it? Because God's children are not for sale. It is the fastest growing international crime network that the world has ever seen.
For Homeland Security, we can't go off rescuing Honduran kids in Colombia.
This job tears you to pieces. And this is my one chance to put those pieces back together.
And yet somehow you have failed to bring me one real-world lead.
It's over, Tim. Close up and come back home.
So you quit your job and you go and rescue those kids.
South of that river, it's all rebel territory. No one goes in. What if this was your daughter? So, she's gone. Hear that? That's the sound of freedom.
Sound of Freedom is one of those films that can legitimately change this world. So we want to ignite a fire in audiences and open their eyes to the dark reality of millions of children that need our help. Let's make this film a historic event and the start, the end of child trafficking. Theaters across this country are already selling out. Pre-order your tickets today, and you can send the message that God's children are no longer for sale.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, people of all races, creeds, and tongues. If you have heard what I'm saying and you believe that God's children are not for sale, you must absolutely go see this movie. And you may say, well, Sharia, why would I need to go see that? I've heard that it's too close, it's too much. And so take a friend with you. Take a friend with you. But I want you to go with the view in mind of I want you to go with the view in mind of how can I help? I want you to go with that prayerful mindset of how can I help? Because let me just submit something to you. If you have a daughter, you owe it to them to go to this. If you have a son, you owe it to them to go to this. If in your community, in your circle, there is any type of the public involved, you owe it to your community to go to this, to be able to see how these people are able to be in plain sight, move amongst us. And like I said, the statistics say that this is a billion with a B dollar industry that is rapidly growing year by year. And it's highly likely that you know someone already because the USA is the highest consumer of this type of product, this type of talent, if you will. It's highly likely that you know somebody already who is either a victim or a trafficker. It's in your circle. It's highly likely. I'm not a betting woman, but I would be willing to bet that. I'm not a betting woman, but it's the odds are highly, highly, highly that it is so. And so I would encourage you to please go see this movie with the mindset, not of, oh my God, I can't do nothing about it. No, with the mindset of, or with a prayer of in your heart, what can I do to help? We're not looking now. I'm not talking about the government. I'm not talking about all that. I'm talking about you and me using our power, using our voice to be, because you when you walk in and you amongst the public, it's something in your belly that say something's not right. I pray that if that happens moving forward, that you and I have the strength to say something, to do something, to be activated. That the Lord will use our eyes and our ears and our feet and our voice to help the cries of these victims, these people that are these children, because God's children are no longer for sale. I cannot say it enough. And so that's my call of action to you. Number one, that you go to the movie, that you bring a friend with you. Yes, it is does go there. It will take you there. Yes. Have someone there with you, but you're going with the mindset of how can I learn from this? What can I learn from this? And how can I use this in my strategy of self-care, self-love, that when I'm on my journey, if I see Oprah said it best, We always get the pebble before we get the brick. So when we get that pebble, we have the strength to do something. We have the courage to do something with strategy, with anointing. And as we move forward, I'm going to end on this because I am very activated by this as a mother of three daughters and a grandson that is 5 years old, 6 that goes to public schools. I am absolutely concerned. Um, yes, and yes, and yes. And the thing that bothered me so much is that these people are in plain sight. Um, they're in plain sight, and so we can't bury our heads any longer in the sand and think it's going to be our neighbor, because probably somebody, I'm saying, it's somebody in your circle is already touched by this. So I'm going to close out with this prayer, and I'm going to pray for four levels of people. You and me, who are just everyday people. I pray that we have the strength to stand up when we hear that still small voice, when we see something, that we have we have the voice, we have the strength, we have the courage to be activated and do something, because it's our hands, it's our feet, it's our voice that the Lord is going to use to shine light. And you never know, you might be the answer to one of these children's prayer that's praying for help. God save me, God get me out of this. It might be your voice, it might be your witness, it might be your phone call to the police. It might be your question that helps sets the pebble in the sand, so to speak, the pebble in the water, so to speak. And then I'm praying for the people who these traffickers. I'm praying that your establishment be torn down to the ground, that your tools, your weapons, your devices, your cunningness will be exposed, and that the light of God will shine upon you, and that everyone around you will become aware of who you are. Eyes will be open and ears will be open to who you are, and that you are exposed. I pray for the children and adults and teenagers who are being trafficked day by day in these different industries. I pray that you will be strengthened, that you will be encouraged, um, and that you would know that somebody cares. I care, and there's other people who have seen this movie and who are becoming activated, who are becoming aware. And you matter. You matter. I said that about my cousin, and I'm saying it about you. You and your life matter, and there are people that are going to be moved and begin to be activated to help and move into action. And then I'm praying for Homeland Security, the marshals, the deputies, the police, all international securities, all the government agencies that have a hand in this whole trafficking thing. I pray that the Lord would give you wisdom and would give you strategy, how to move and how to intercept on every clue, on everything that you will be able to not only bring down these traffickers and these high-ranking establishments, but as well as that you would be anointed to move and find these children. And I pray that the angels of the Lord will begin to descend on the borders and the cities of wherever these houses are. Um, the transport, whoever's transporting them to and from, wherever they're getting their food from, wherever they're getting their medicines from, wherever whoever's caring for these people, if they're coming into contact with mandated reporters, that all these things, all these systems, all these hands will begin to shed light and begin to be activated. And we become a mighty fist to tear this down. um, I'm not out of time. I'm not out of things to say, but I am out of time. And I pray. I know this was a little bit different, but when you slow down in order to speed up, and as you move forward in your self care, it's my prayer that you don't forget this. It's my prayer that you would treat this as if you was your daughter or your son or your granddaughter or your grandson or your cousin or your niece or your nephew, It's time to stop kicking the can down the road. The buck stops with us. The buck stops now. It's time to do something. Be activated. I love you. You go with God, and God will certainly go with you. Peace and blessings. Sound of Freedom. Go see it.